The wounded soldier woke to find himself trapped in a sealed space. The walls around him were smooth, without a single crack or seam, but he distinctly remembered being on a mission in an abandoned building before he blacked out, and the wound on his side confirmed his memory was intact. His first thought was that he'd been captured, but when he noticed his gear hadn't been taken, he immediately went on high alert. After carefully scanning the room and finding nothing unusual, he pressed his ear against the wall to listen. A sharp pain shot through him, forcing him to stop. He quickly opened his portable first aid kit and bandaged his wound. Then he pulled out the mobile radio from his backpack. As he did, he happened to glance up and noticed something had changed on one of the walls. On the previously blank surface, words had appeared, upside down. "Give up." Someone was watching him. He demanded answers, shouting at the walls around him. No response. When he looked back again, the message had changed to "Abandon all hope." Before he could make sense of it, he felt the temperature in the room start to rise. Without hesitation, he stripped off his clothes, but the heat kept climbing. It didn't stop with time. The sealed room had turned into an oven. Sweat dripped onto the floor and evaporated instantly. Severely dehydrated, he desperately needed to find a way to cool down, but the heat overwhelmed him and he passed out again. He had no idea how much time had passed when he regained consciousness. The temperature had returned to normal. He immediately reached for his canteen to rehydrate, but then froze. Items on the floor had started to slide. The next second, gravity vanished and he was thrown into the air. His body slammed repeatedly against the hard walls. Fortunately, it didn't last long. When it stopped, he noticed something even stranger. The scattered objects were now frozen in place, stuck exactly where they had last fallen, as if time itself had stopped for them. Seeing this, he scrambled to use the radio again to call for help, but all he got was static. Then it hit him. He couldn't remember the number. He grabbed his binoculars and looked up at the satellite phone hanging from the ceiling. While reading the information on it, he used his knife to carve the number into the floor. But before he could finish, the phone suddenly rang. He had no idea who was calling, but if he could reach the outside world, he knew he had a chance to escape. The problem now was how to get the phone down. He quickly took off his shoe and threw it at the phone, but the next second, both the shoe and the phone hung frozen in midair, stuck in place just like everything else.